Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Nick, John, and Jamie Show. I'm John.
I'm Nick.
And I am Jamie.
I get tingles when you guys are here.
Yeah,
I really
especially
do.
when you hear Jamie go, I am Jamie.
It makes my cockles warm.
I'm glad.
Yeah, it's something to look forward to.
Jamie, you're in the thick of it. How much longer on the house? It all depends.
It all depends.
It's like saying, how long does it take to eat an elephant one bite at a time?
Yeah, it's time, and it's only essentially like me and my buddy. So
You're like, I could eat a pound a day if I had 4 hours a day.
I'm not rolling in it. So I got to do when I as far as time's concerned. So it's just like I said, it's just me and him. So it's kind of tough.
Yeah,
I did roll up past the other house that your dad has.
He's almost done.
I swear, I don't know what your dad looks like, but I was like, that looks like Jamie a little bit. Looks like his dad. Somebody standing.
He's probably never there. I guarantee.
So there was an old guy standing out, not old guy, but like older guy sitting out front.
Nah, he's probably never there. But that house is almost done.
How long has it been in the works?
Did he crank that out in like
A couple of weeks.
something like that?
He probably had.
And the house was like burnt to a fucking crisp.
Dude, it was fucking, it was fucked up.
Yeah, he knows what he's
But
doing.
he has he has probably all these people on staff, and
Oh yeah. Well, that's my point. Like I said, it's just
Got
me
a
and my
crew.
buddy. It's going to take me a while to get to that point.
Do you have? Do you look like your dad?
I don't know. Like maybe a little bit. I guess. I'm sure. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. I don't really.
If I was driving by it, so it's not like I could get like, oh my God, roll down the window. Are you Jamie's?
He's like shorter than I am. I'm trying to. He's got dark hair.
Yeah.
Right?
No, it wasn't him.
I have blonde hair.
You look more like Bree's brother.
Ha! She'll like that, dude. I made a joke about that,
Dude, I was at I forget at one of Reese's parties.
Yeah.
We were all back in Coventry, and I forget who said that, but the look on Bree's face was
dude.
like,
I made a comment.
Ew!
I made a comment about that. It was a good joke too. I wish I remembered it.
Was
she, like,
were you
back-
trying not to get laid?
Did she backhand you?
Dude, it was like a good zinger, and she was like,
Her pussy just went.
it was
It's like, brother, yikes.
It was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's crazy.
All right, let's get into the box office for next week's box office.
What
I've
is
been
that?
dying. What?
What is out right now?
Well, you got Joker coming out this weekend.
No, but it was the Brad Pitt movie. How'd that do?
So that's been taking dips, man. That was the movie. That was the last movie I saw in the theater. I've been dying to get out to
Did you see it
too. Yeah, I saw it at Astra.
Was it good?
It was. This is the way I describe it. It was visually stunning. Like, really got the whole quiet of space and the vastness of space.
Gotcha.
There was a couple of really exciting moments. I mean, we saw the trailer for the moon chase. You know,
And also when he's falling off that elevator type thing.
Yep, he's falling off that space elevator thing.
Yeah.
That was one. The other one was spoilers. Whoever hasn't seen it, there was a scene where he hitches a ride with this other space vessel, and they get a distress call, and they go to this research vessel that looks basically just like a space.
Why does it always happen like that in space? Just go
The
out.
distress, as soon as it's a distress call, some shit's going down,
dude. Especially in space. Don't go.
Yeah. Just
Sorry about your luck.
you see it from a distance and then launch a missile at it.
Yeah, right.
Just blow it up.
Here's a space probe. Just we'll get some readings.
Or
Hit by an asteroid.
or you can send a mining team to land on it and then drill into the core of it.
Yeah.
And then blow it up. Because that makes sense.
Yeah, well,
It did 20 years ago.
It's totally stable.
and it sells records.
Yeah.
Talk to Aerosmith.
So thumbs up or thumbs down?
I would say 7 out of 5, 6 out of 5, 7 out of 5. The reason I say that is because those moments were really, really cool and interesting,
okay.
but there were long stretches of, all right, where are we going, guys? Come on.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's a long movie too.
Yeah, and there's a lot. It's a long movie, long stretches of like what the
Nothing.
hell's going on.
Yeah.
Concept was awesome, visuals was awesome, but actually the concept was pretty basic. It's him. There's his father's out in the middle of nowhere. He's basically
Still
orbiting.
alive, yeah.
Yeah,
Somehow.
Yeah, he's orbiting
Saturn?
Mercury.
Oh, Mercury.
He's orbiting Mercury, doing this deep space test, And his experiment is actually sending these waves, these energy waves towards Earth that's fucking up Earth, right? And so it's all top secret, and he's losing his... Tommy Lee Jones plays his dad. He's losing his marbles, and it's all about his journey out there and how he...
Tommy Lee Jones or journey out there, or Brad Pitt?
Brad Pitt's his son. So it's all about him, a son searching for his father.
And he gets there, and what does he find?
He gets there and he finds him, but his whole crew is dead because his dad lost his marbles.
And killed everybody, kind of like The Shining type deal?
Yeah, killed everybody. Yeah. You know, Space Shining.
Space Shining with tech.
Yeah, without ESP.
Ghosts, yeah.
What do you do with the bodies?
They were just floating.
Floating in the cabin?
Yeah.
You didn't fucking do anything with them?
No. He's
Because
lost
in
his
space
marbles.
they don't decompose, right?
No, they're just there.
That's Bob. That's
Yeah.
Rick.
Yeah, that's right. They were his buddies. He
not
starts
totally-
moving their mouths.
It only gets totally crazy when he starts having sex with them.
Oh, yeah.
What is that called? That's
Necrophilia.
Necrophilia.
The race against
it's like
rigor
Weekend
mortis.
at Bernie's, but R-rated. X-rated, I mean. I'm sorry.
He had a dead beaver in there.
Yeah. Literally.
So, but it took, like I said, it took, light years to get there. It felt like it took light years to get there.
I fell asleep about you talking about it.
Yeah, exactly.
I was interested in seeing it, but not now, man. That just ruined it for me.
Yeah.
That's a bummer.
It's one of those things where if you got nothing else to watch, check it out.
Okay.
Yeah,
So wait
for
till
sure.
it comes out on TV. Not even on demand TV.
It might be worth $4 or $5 now.
Might?
Yeah.
Nah, man. I'm out.
It'll be worth it if
think
you're
it was-
into space. Well, if you're into space but not interested in the actual physics of space. But if you're in the scenery of
it
space.
has to be believable. For
Well, you
me.
think
Yeah, they
you think it
screw
was worth it for Brad Pitt to do a movie with Tommy Lee Jones and Tommy Lee probably just being like a total fucking D-bag and just like he had to deal with that for like not such a great movie?
Yeah, no, it wasn't worth it.
Is
in
he that big of a
respect.
D-bag?
Apparently so.
Tommy Lee Jones?
Apparently he's tough to work with.
Is he?
Yeah. that's
Oh,
a
I
word-
thought you meant his character.
That's a word on the streets. Is like he's tough to work with.
Know what I couldn't stop thinking about? I couldn't stop thinking about Space Cowboys because Donald Sutherland is in it too. And they were both. I was like,
I
"Where's
like-
Clint Eastwood?" You know?
Space Cowboys.
I keep
don't
every
remember.
time I see Tommy Lee Jones,
Well,
I
the
think
old
he's
time.
looking for Harrison Ford.
Oh, I didn't see Space Cowboys. I thought you were talking about Cowboys versus Aliens, or
No, that
which I did like. It was odd.
Dude, that was a good
entertaining.
fucking movie.
Yeah, right.
That movie was awesome.
that
It
was
was
comical.
Yeah, it was legitimately a good movie.
Yeah.
Which is kind of weird when you think the title. You're like, I don't know about this.
No, but I love the premise, like the idea.
fuck yeah. It's
the
a crazy-
idea of like, why does it have to be modern times for the aliens to arrive?
Exactly. Makes
You know?
dude, it's awesome.
All those websites I go on, it doesn't have to be, man. There's fucking.
But I like how it's crazy. I like it's like a crazy concept. I think that's why it was good.
It
No, it was out there. It was a different kind of take on it. And it was
Yeah.
cool.
I mean, you think about it. They did it with Stargate.
I still love Star.
Oh, they did it with Sharknado too. You know what I mean?
Oh,
Crazy concepts.
yes. All right. So, Abominable. I didn't think I was going to say that right.
What the fuck is that?
That's an animated feature. Yeah, I think it's based on the Abominable Snowman, and
Isn't that a couple months too early for something like that?
maybe I think it's. I don't know much about it. I've seen some trailers. It looks adorable. Obviously, animation's going to come in because whenever you have animation and you got bored parents that don't know what to do with their kids, they're going to take them. I'm not saying
what I
I'm
mean-
not
yeah,
that
Well, they did
person.
that with like Little Feet or whatever it
Yeah,
was.
exactly.
That was
What
a
I
good
mean
movie.
is a marketing scheme. Wouldn't you want to bring it out more in the wintertime?
Maybe.
Why? It's not even. It's barely in the fall.
Who knows?
That's true. Well, international market, it may not be winter now. I don't know.
It's already snowing in
reaching.
Montana.
Yeah. Canada.
True.
Anyway, that's number one on the box office. It did $20 million. This is for the weekend of September 27th through the 29th. We're getting a little bit of we were a little late last week. We're a little late this week. It's actually October 3rd. Jimmy Kimmel did this thing where he captured all these sound bites for all of the like at least 30 newscasters saying that same stupid shit. Can you believe it's October already? Can you believe it's October? Well, anyway.
Thanks for that.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Yeah, speaking of Kimmel, little segue.
Go ahead.
Stern goes out to L.A., so he'll be on.
Oh, he's going to be on Kimmel?
Is he
Well,
really?
he's going out to L.A. He's doing Kimmel,
He's doing the
Ellen DeGeneres.
What's he?
Bill Maher.
So he's doing the circuit.
Oh, he's doing Bill Maher.
Oh, it's
Fuck
good.
yeah.
He's going politics,
Yeah,
man.
I like that.
I love him on when he goes about Trump, and he just when Stern because he's so real about the whole Trump thing, and he even
Yeah.
admits he wouldn't vote for him, but he fucking's like, I like talking to the guy. He calls him Mr. Trump. Does he call him Mr. Trump?
Yeah.
He does that on purpose.
I know
though.
to get at his ego. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, and
He's
like,
smart.
of course.
Anybody that thinks Stern isn't a smart guy, he's a very intelligent guy.
Yeah, absolutely. What's he promoting?
his book. He's doing like the Christmas run of his book. And I'm just like pumped up because like the Bill Maher thing, because like it's an interesting thing because they had like a little bit of like a
History?
tiff in between each other.
Yeah.
But Stern is always, even when they were like somewhat arguing, Stern has always come out and said, dude, he's like, I love Bill Maher's show. I
Yeah,
think it's
you were
great.
telling me.
And he worked with his dad. He worked with Bill Maher's dad.
Did he
it's-
really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bill Maher's dad was like the
He's like an engineer or a radio guy.
he was like
right?
a radio guy that was like the weather guy. So
Oh,
he
was
worked.
he?
He worked a lot with Robin, but he worked with Bill Maher's dad for years.
No shit.
Yeah,
And
I
Bill
think it was
Maher
at
came
NBC.
up as a comedian. I know he's a comedian, but he does a lot.
Yeah,
Most of his shit's political.
Well, his
Absolutely.
Well, it wasn't always like that, but he did like stand up because
his stand-up was all
Yeah.
political. That's why I guess he went into the political realm. A lot of it was.
I think
He's
he
got
worked
a
with
big
his dad
following.
at WN.
BC.
He wasn't the guy who.
No,
they
it's
did
not
this-
Pig Vomit. No,
No. Remember?
Pig Virus. Was that?
Remember in Stern's movie in what was it called? Private Parts, when he had they brought somebody in to balance out the act, and it was an older dude, and they brought in, as soon as they brought in the sausage woman, the sausage queen. That remember she did the.
Nah, I don't think that was him. I don't think so because I think he was. I think
He was like, I will not work with that.
He
man.
was like, you know what? He was like the news guy. He was like, that's
The
why
news
he
guy
worked with-
after when Robin left.
No, he was
got
like
fired
He was like the news director or whatever. Like he was like
because it was Robin's boss.
He was a
then.
behind the scenes guy.
he wasn't a personality.
No.
So he's like
that's 100%.
Robin's boss at that.
Yeah, or like guy who like gave her like information or whatever.
Either way, they had a good relationship.
Real
Yeah.
quick about that
Well-
show, the pig vomit thing. I've never actually researched this. You guys ever research who the real guy was? What he looked like?
Yeah, he's a dick.
Oh, of course he's a
I
dick.
never looked at. I never did that.
I never did either. I was just thinking.
Yeah, he just looks.
Paul Giamatti, right?
Like, yeah, that's all I think of.
No, it's like so. He's like bald, right? He's bald. He was bald, and he's like kind of like
vomit.
Yeah, he just looked like he's like kind of
that poor guy. After that came out, could never show his face.
He's never be known.
No, well, he never admitted it either, or something like that. Like he's like, I don't think I was that bad, or something like that. It's
Yeah.
like, dude, like,
Just own it.
Well,
Yeah.
one thing. I'm not saying I know the all ins and outs, but you don't know what he was being told by his bosses to do to Howard.
True, but it was.
And-
well, they were trying to get Howard to quit, and
Right, and they told him to do whatever he could to get Howard to
Yeah.
quit. So he's trying to make Howard's life miserable.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, and,
Quit or tame him.
In doing so, like making him sit there and do that WNBC for like he's like, dude, I just said it like that. I love that when he's fucking doing that.
Dude, I just remember in the movie, Fred doing the I squoze it myself, talking about he has to gargle his boyfriend's semen in order to get the sound WMVC right. And then I remember, like, because I think Fred is a fucking genius.
Oh, he's a soundbite master, dude. He's the inventor of like that type of shit. Like
and
he's
it's
fucking
so
great.
quick, dude. And when he does the puppets, you know.
Oh, yeah. I love the puppets now. The puppets are the greatest.
All right, moving on. Downton Abbey, British show turned into a movie.
I have to admit,
number 2 in the box office.
Real quick on that,
Go ahead.
I always was interested and never got into it.
Me too, dude.
When I really started getting into it, it's really horrible when LeBron James was in that show and he made that comment. I'm like, man, and then I hear everybody talking about it. I'm like, motherfucker, I probably should watch this thing. Everybody talks about it.
How good it is.
Yeah, and then I wanted to see the movie, but I'm like, I can't see the fucking movie if I've never seen the show.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. And so that's second in the box office at $14 million. Third in the box office, I think that moved up. Is Hustlers, the Jennifer Lopez movie where she's a stripper, and it's based on a real.
Oh shit, I'd watch that.
Is it
Dude, she looks phenomenal.
No
man.
shit, dude.
Holy crap,
Dude, I love that when they announced that, like her and Shakira.
Oh,
were
doing
the thing.
halftime show.
And then there's like a thing that popped up on the internet. It's like, oh, please, God, baby Jesus, please be a wardrobe malfunction. Dude, I fucking shit myself when I saw that.
Dude, it's hashtag
you
booty
want
bowl.
You want that more wardrobe malfunction to be on the ass end, not the front end.
Oh, yeah. You want all, that's why it's the booty bowl.
Not that it would matter, but you'd rather have the booty.
Whatever, dude.
But,
holy crap. And if she's got, and she's 50, 51 years old.
No, she's not 50 yet, is she?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
The older the bear, the sweeter the juice. No, I'm just kidding. That's fucking gross.
I mean, I'm
fucking
the
gross.
bear.
I'm not gonna lie, she's gorgeous, but I heard she's talking about tough to work with.
Yeah,
I
she's a
heard
piece of work.
she is a bitch.
Yeah, I heard.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I'd probably deal with it.
And and don't get me wrong. It's like just because you could be
For one night, yeah, I'll fucking deal with it.
That ass, though.
Don't quit. So that's third in the box office with $11 million. That movie did. I think it's creeping up on $100 million.
Oh shit.
People are looking for that ass.
You know, Demi Moore did it with Striptease. That movie was like, whatever. Story wise, but holy crap.
Segue. I didn't read it, but did you hear anything about this Demi Moore tell-all book that she's going around promoting?
I saw.
Oh yeah, when she was talking about her childhood, I didn't know she was like abused.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't know that.
Crazy.
And Ashton Kutcher supposedly didn't force her, but convinced her to do threesomes and all that shit.
You know,
that's Hollywood. So
it's
Hollywood.
It's always good to rewrite history after the fact. And don't get me wrong, if she went through some type of trauma and this is her catharsis and she's looking to deal with it that way, then that's fine. But there's always two sides to every story.
Oh yeah, no. Supposedly she owns a lot of the stuff in the book too. She's just not sitting there blaming other people. She owns the fact that she did a lot of shit too.
Yeah.
I didn't read it, but they were talking about it a little bit on Good Morning America the other day, and you mentioned Demi Moore, so I figured.
Yeah, I mean, the only reason I was taking that position is because I've listened to a ton of interviews with Ashton Kutcher. Not that I know either of these people personally, but if you listen to all those interviews and then you listen to one interview with Harvey Weinstein, and you're like, that dude's a monster. And that dude seems like he's pretty on the up and up.
There was just a thing about him and Brad Pitt, supposedly how it went down with Gwyneth Paltrow.
Straightened him out. Man.
Yeah, man. He didn't even give a fuck.
Came out from the Stern Show.
Yeah, he didn't even give a fuck about his career. He's just like,
Gwyneth Paltrow came out and said that, like, you know, when that all went down, like Brad Pitt, like was like didn't care about his career. I was like, dude, I'll fuck you up.
Yeah. Period.
Good.
Yeah.
Good dude. And that's another reason. Brad Pitt, dude, like maybe like a supreme looking dude, but his stand up guy, it sounds like.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, and just you just reminded me. As long as those moments were and where it made me want to go to sleep in that movie Ad Astra, same thing. Brad Pitt delivered.
Fuck yeah, dude.
He's been delivering a lot lately.
Yeah.
I mean, there was.
I like that guy.
I was thinking.
Me too.
His best movie I've ever seen him was Interview with the Vampire.
Oh.
I always thought that was his best because when you look at the movie, you think Tom Cruise first, but you got to think he's actually the main character in the fucking movie, and he does it so evenly. Like you almost it's all. Like, people would say that's a detriment that you don't realize somebody's there, but it's not because it's how his characters play.
Yeah, I agree with you on that point. And then Snatch, dude. Like the way.
That's
how
close.
the fuck.
Oh, what about Fight Club too?
Yeah, Fight Club too. But like the way he fucking played that guy in Snatch was
pikey?
fucking.
You know, I've never actually watched it,
dude. It was.
Dude, he makes that movie, man.
He does, and
it's
like
a great movie all the way around.
He plays that gypsy like a motherfucker. Like he is so good at that.
He's a guy that might miss the boat and never win an award.
Yeah,
but. And it just goes to show you, it's like the same.
Undeservingly so.
Yeah,
no,
that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, who the fuck's putting it out there anyway?
Like, I was watching Tombstone, one of my all-favorite Western movies. Fucking Val Kilmer was phenomenal. Yeah. And every time I watch it, it's just breathtaking how good he was playing Doc Holliday.
And think about it. What won that year?
I forget. I knew
exactly.
No, I mean,
my point exactly.
Somebody did tell me one time, and I was like, I can't remember who it is now, but they told me, and I'm like, really? That won over fucking his performance?
Who won last year?
We don't really
exactly,
dude.
Who gives a fuck?
I think it was Green Book. Maybe.
What is that? I don't know what that is.
That's the one with Driving Miss Daisy type thing.
I don't know what that is, dude.
Yeah. It's the one where I think it's Viggo Mortensen and Mahershala and yeah. We can move on.
Well, yeah, let's move on.
One real quick thing about Brad Pitt. My favorite role is Seven.
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Although
think about that.
I don't think he makes the movie. I think it's Spacey.
The whole movie
prevert.
is just well rounded. Yeah.
That guy killed is dead now. That was that accused him of fucking.
Weird.
Seriously? Yeah, he's dead.
That's
You didn't hear that?
That's
he's the guy
conspiracy like.
He was the guy in Discovery.
Not that guy. There was another guy that was pressing charges or accused him of something, and he was not an old guy.
Dude, Spacey's another good actor. Like he's obviously
House of Cards.
Yeah,
so good.
obviously a fucking.
Maybe he really is Kaiser Soze.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Kaiser Soze, and then Seven. Like he played that diabolical asshole that you're like, you motherfucker.
He's the type of guy you don't want to meet in a dark alley for two reasons.
Dark alley or a crowded jail cell.
Envy.
I didn't see Envy.
No.
Oh.
Seven.
Envy.
And Seven, yeah. When he opened up the box,
shit.
motherfucker.
I told you
That was Rage, wasn't it? Or
I thought it was Envy, the box.
No, it was his baby in the box.
No, it was
Wasn't it?
Gwyneth Paltrow's head.
Yeah, it was
That's
her
right.
head. I thought it was Envy.
Yeah.
She was pregnant.
Spoilers.
She was pregnant. That's right.
Yes.
Because that was his last two kills.
I thought, and I thought it was because
Lust. What about Lust, dude?
But I thought it was because he envied his
I
life.
can't watch that movie.
Oh,
Why
I think you're right,
and
dude.
that's why he chopped off her head.
think-
I could be wrong.
I think it was
No, it
envy
was.
for
It was his envy for
Yes.
Brad Pitt's
Yes.
life.
But then it was
and that's why he wanted to be killed.
But it was envy for him, and then I think it was rage
For Brad Pitt. It was
Yeah.
rage for Brad Pitt.
Yes.
Yes, because
fuck that was a good
because
movie.
Morgan
That's what it
Freeman's
was,
like,
dude.
again, Morgan Freeman was in that too. Morgan Freeman's like, don't do it. This is what he wants you to do.
Yeah.
And he fucking shot him.
He's like, what's in the box? What's in the box?
Good movie.
Anyway,
dude.
great movie.
He plays a good, like, drunken cop, too.
Yeah, he's just a talented guy.
Fuck, yeah, he is.
All right, let's get through this. It Chapter 2. I wanted to see this movie.
I heard good things about it.
Yeah, and I'm going to say it.
Real quick, you guys are a Stephen King fan, right? You read the books? Preston Steve was talking about the other day.
No spoilers. I didn't see it yet.
They're in the books. There's a link between The Shining and It. Something to do with the chef or something in It.
I heard
and he's
about
named.
this.
He's named in It. They drop his name in It.
Yeah, you know what?
I don't know. They
heard
were
about
talking.
this.
I didn't know. I don't read
Oh,
the
no
book.
shit
You're
about
right,
that.
dude. But I can't remember. Yeah,
I know the name of the clown is the name of a good band.
That's right.
They were saying the theory is the fan theory out there is that The Shining is something to do with whoever gets The Shining. All these kids had The Shining, but it was a different version of it.
I gotcha.
And the It character was, the evil house or whatever. Is the house was the It character.
Dude, I got to look into that, man. That seems
That's what they were talking about, Preston Steve. I'm not into these kind of genre things, but I
That's
figured
deep.
it's up your alley.
Yeah, I want to check it out because it's comic books, right?
Yeah.
How you tie all these stories together.
Wouldn't it be great if he actually tied these things
Hell
together?
yeah,
and I
man.
didn't know the Ian McGregor movie. Actually, he did write the book.
Dr. Sleep.
There is, I didn't know Stephen King actually wrote it, but I don't know. They probably
Yeah.
didn't go word for word. It's
I
just-
think he wrote it with his son.
Oh, did he?
Yeah. His son's pen name is Joe Hill. Okay, so Ad Astra, number 5 in the box office. It did $10 million. Ad Astra did $10 million, and that is the top 5 for the box office for this week. Moving on to news. So
There's a lot here.
there is a lot to chew on. Yeah, I didn't talk to you guys last week, so we got a little bit of a hangover from a couple weeks ago. But Spider-Man returns to the MCU for one more movie.
No,
I thought
it's
it was
one
two.
more. No, it's one more movie, and then he's going to do a guest spot in another movie, I believe.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know it was like two
That's
two
cool.
appearances.
So, good news.
Oh, it's great news.
That's I'm
Fuck
totally.
yeah. It's going to be more
stoked.
movies than that. As long as this shit keeps rolling the way it is, Marvel keeps printing the fucking money, and everybody's going to want to attach to that. So, look at fucking what the fucking Captain Marvel. That movie wasn't that great. Still did a fucking $1 billion.
Yeah.
I mean, they're just printing money. There's The Far From Home. I did over $1 billion.
That was a good movie.
That was a good movie, but we can all agree Captain Marvel was.
But it sucks.
It was okay.
The only thing that sucks is they could. I wish Sony didn't fucking spew the goo on Venom. And dude, it's such a good story, and they fucking wasted it.
And that's probably part of the agreement is like they don't use Venom in
here's
in MCU movies.
I heard they were going to use it.
Well, here's the fucked up thing.
That's be weird.
Here's the fucked up thing. So the Venom suit was supposed to be. It came from Secret Wars, right? Spider-Man got his spacesuit all fucked up, and he wound up getting the black suit
from Secret Wars.
In the Secret Wars,
he was helping out everybody
because he was
space.
on this super distant world and everything. And
I thought in the cartoon he got it from Mars.
But in the comic books he got it from the Secret Wars editions.
Right.
And so if you think about it, there's also this it's a rumored leak on Reddit by a semi-credible source that says,
why is he semi-credible?
Because he's hit some and missed some.
He's Nostradamus.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I believe
he's not so dumbest.
You have to be at least 90-95% for me.
Yeah. Well, unless you're
Rotten Tomatoes.
That's where I was going with all this. Trying to set you guys up.
You teed that meatball right up, man. But the rumor is that they might kick off a Secret Wars series for like
I heard,
phase 5.
Well, that was like the whole thing a couple movies ago too. Was they're going to kick off Secret Wars?
What are you talking about? Sony will or
Marvel?
Marvel?
Yeah, because that was because of the end of
Endgame.
No, end of Spider-Man.
End of Spider-Man.
Because he was Nick Fury was on a different fucking planet with the kind of like holodeck in front of him.
Dude,
was he on a different planet,
or he was on a spaceship? I'm sorry,
right.
But it was like a holodeck, so it's like what the fuck?
Yeah, so it could. I mean, they have Secret Invasion. That's all about the Skrulls, and then they have Secret Wars. That's when they just get everybody together, villains and good guys and bad guys, and they just duke it out.
See, now that would be awesome. It's gonna be tough to do, but we thought the whole Thanos thing would be tough to do.
Yes,
and they did it.
And then we were amazed every time when they got into Infinity War. You were like, all right, well, that was awesome. How are they going to squeeze everything into this Endgame movie? And you're like, holy shit, they did it.
It's something that they could bite into too, because it's like kind of current, like as far as like, you know what I mean, like
it's a good build up.
Yep.
Well, does it have the mutants in it, X-Men and all that? So, well, first they got to figure out.
Yeah, Wolverine was a lot in that.
First, they got to figure out how they're going to. I know there's rumors floating around. I try not to read them because fucking rumors are rumors.
Yeah.
But how they really going to incorporate the X-Men or any kind of mutants into the MCU?
I'm fucking jizzing to that.
Right?
Wasn't there an outtake floating around with Nick Fury talking about? It might have been Doctor Strange or something like that. And he mentions mutants.
Oh, speaking of Doctor Strange, I know. I got a segue. He might like this because I was watching Doctor Strange the other night. And how many times have you seen Doctor Strange?
Couple. Actually, it's on Netflix. I saw it not too long ago.
It was on TV, and I'm watching with one of my boys. I'm feeding one of my boys, and it was the beginning scene. Right before he gets in the car accident. It's like literally he's driving in a car, he's speeding in his fucking Ferrari, whatever the fuck it is. And he hits the button, he's talking to his assistant, telling him what to line up next surgeries. And in the surgery, the first guy he says, we got a lieutenant colonel with experimental suit with broken back. And he goes, 11 people could fucking do that. So after Civil War, where with the colonel, what's his face, broke his back. It was a little nugget. That's all.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, they called me up. He was like, "Dude, I found an Easter egg you didn't spot." And I was like, well, "Go ahead, tell me." And I was like, "Damn, that's cool shit." It got me all excited.
Yeah. So and then he gets in an accident, so nothing ever happens from it. But I just thought it was a little nod. It's nice when you actually find one.
They're just so cool, man. I love that. It means
the intertwining of it, everything.
That's pretty cool. That someone took some time and they took the care to know that you would catch that in a third rerun of rewatch.
Third.
Whatever it might be.
It's a good rewatch factor there.
Yeah, you would catch it and you'd be like, fuck, man, that just tickled me in a great way.
And they intertwine it like with the time, too. Like, I mean, the timeline. Because I think Doctor Strange was right after Infinity War. Not Infinity War, Civil War.
Oh, no. Yeah. I think.
So,
I'm getting a little confused with my timelines. But yeah, I believe you're right.
Yeah, so that's cool.
So yeah, we're stoked about that. It looks like the deal is that Marvel's getting 25% of production costs. Marvel Disney. Well, it's all Disney, right?
But I mean, I'm just trying to figure out which one's getting what.
So the burden, the production cost is going to be Marvel's paying 25% of the overall production cost, but they're getting 25% of the return.
Okay.
So that means Sony's getting everything else.
But I guess Marvel still is still directing and all that.
Yeah, it's still going to be Marvel produced.
They're not
Marvel.
dumb enough to they don't care about the money at that point. They're probably just like,
We want quality.
We're not letting you touch this so you can fuck it up like you fucked up X-Men.
Well, they went.
Just realistically speaking, like you fucked up like probably one of the best comic book franchises ever.
Yeah.
I don't know how you did that, but you did, and we're not going to let you
There's
do
a couple
it
of Spider-Man stinkers in there, too.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Spider-Man 3, Tobey Maguire.
Yeah, but believe me, it wasn't their worst work. I'm saying like Spider-Man's.
For Spider-Man, it was their worst.
It was their worst, but I'm saying Spider-Man compared to like the X-Men.
Yeah. There's some stinkers in there.
Like you fucked up the Phoenix.
That Dark
man.
Phoenix
Twice.
And that's supposed to be an unbelievable comic from whatever. I've seen the cartoon.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm buying it for you.
I've seen the cartoon.
Twice. They fucked that up.
Twice.
I've seen the cartoon.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Yeah. I mean, it did.
Well,
They
see
fucked it up.
the thing is, they probably rushed to get there. I mean, something
Always.
like,
That's the
something like that.
problem.
Like look at Infinity War and Endgame. It took 10 years to get to that fucking point. 10 years and how many fucking movies? If you take your time and weave it in, that's what has to happen for that.
But like
you know what I mean?
The Wolverine stuff though was great. Like the Wolverine side stories. The one where he goes to Japan and shit. It was that was fucking awesome.
Okay. It was okay.
Yeah,
that was
you talking about comic book or movie?
The movie.
He's talking about the movie.
Yeah, it was
It was
put it this
fucking
way.
good.
Wolverine.
They made like something out of nothing because going into it, I was like, man, this is gonna suck.
Yeah,
and then I was like, holy shit, this is way better.
It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't like great for me.
I liked it.
Now Logan was unbelievable.
You guys remember Wolverine, where Ryan Reynolds was Deadpool?
That was fucking terrible.
And they sewed his mouth shut and cut open his eyelids.
Yeah,
gave him those big long things.
Terrible.
Yeah, right.
Bad.
That was a Wolverine movie. That was a piece of shit.
That was a piece.
That
of
was
shit.
the first one.
I think it was the first one.
I think it was. It was a fucking turd.
No, I forfeited over that memory.
I do have some news. But,
Go for it.
Matt Damon did an interview this week talking about how he's probably the actor that left the most money on the table of any actor ever. He got offered Avatar, and he got offered what, 10% or 20%?
Oh, piece of the box.
20% piece of the box.
Oh, shit.
And he turned it the fuck down.
Good for him though, because he didn't do a piece of shit.
It would have came up to $250 million.
Like he would have made a boatload of money,
Christ.
but at the same token, he didn't do a piece of shit movie, which that was a piece of shit movie.
No, I liked it.
I liked it the first time. I can't watch it after that.
Yeah, so
I liked it for what it was. It was a visual spectacle.
Are you gonna watch it again?
I've watched it several times after. I own it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
on DVD?
Back to the
Not
Future
on
2 is
DVD.
bad, right?
Back to you go to bat for Back to the Future 3.
I said as like watching it as a trilogy, yes, because you have to watch it. I don't think it's good, but I watch it.
Just to have closure.
Yeah.
All right. So
The Avatar is nothing there. It's what we've seen before, just with better graphics.
Yeah, dude,
That's
I'm
what we've seen
saying,
before.
like-
with better graphics.
yes, it's
Okay.
not. It's not a. It's
a
a very traditional story.
It's a piece of shit.
It's not a piece of shit.
Okay. It's Michael
It was
Bay.
number one. Speaking of Michael Bay, we're going to talk about a ham-fisted segue. Michael Bay.
I thought didn't he die?
No, he's directing.
I know. I was hoping.
He just did. He just did a released a trailer for Ryan Reynolds. Six Under?
What's he going to ruin? Another 80s cartoon, Thundercats? Well, I'm just asking. He-Man?
No, he's actually in bed with Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds is really busy. He's got this movie called it is called like 6 Feet Under or Six Under or something like that. It's basically him. Damn, I just had it too. The trailer looks very Michael Bay, but it's got all the Ryan Reynolds charm. And the premise is that Ryan Reynolds and his band of misfit
Toys.
yeah, one of the characters is a Charlie in the box. But it's him. It's him and his band of misfit like killers. I'll just say, or mercenaries, or secret. Like an A-Team type of thing. and they're presumed dead, right? And so now they have all this freedom to do whatever they want, and so they take down people and do jobs and everything. It actually looks pretty good, even though it's a Michael Bay movie.
Listen, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I don't think all of his stuff is garbage, but Transformers was fucking pretty bad.
Yeah, that's very soured. Transformers.
Like the first one, okay.
Yeah.
First one, okay. And then it just went fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Like way crazy.
Yeah.
Like you were out in the weeds.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, it wasn't interconnected, any of them. Like he did the first one with this cube. That's all. Like, first of all, I didn't like the fact that the cube, but whatever. You're going to go with it. Go with it. The second one, they didn't even talk about it at all. It's like the cube didn't exist.
Yeah.
It's like it doesn't. And then the third one. What the fuck? What
happened to Megan Fox? You replaced Megan Fox so the Megan Fox kind of look alike.
Oh, yeah.
Like we're not going to talk about that.
It's the hat. It's
like,
the
couldn't you at least just like kill her off?
It's
or
like
something?
when they replaced the Darrens in Bewitched.
Yeah. Yes. That was a good show. I like that show.
But Ryan Reynolds is actually doing another movie, and this is a little bit of this week's kicks off. Today's Thursday. Did
you ever watch
October
Bewitched?
3rd.
Just real quick.
Yeah, I did, of course.
You ever see the Will Ferrell movie?
Yeah, it's not good.
I liked it.
I didn't like that. The
That was
show,
Nicole Kidman, right?
Yeah, it was not bad.
The Bewitched show was awesome, though.
There was two different husbands, right?
Yeah,
There's Darren and Darren.
Yeah,
Darren.
But that show is great. I used to watch the shit out of that.
Did you?
Yeah, fuck yeah, dude. The reruns, obviously.
See, I was a MASH guy, man. I didn't watch the Bewitched. I did. I liked it, but I didn't like. Oh my god, I have to watch it.
I like that episode where like her daughter, like Tabitha, like went into the alternate like universe,
Yeah.
and she was like,
Was
Sean.
it was it Dr. Bombay?
yeah, Dr. Bombay, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
Like if you think about
Paul
it.
Lynn or something like that.
Dr. Bombay, some like quack. Yeah, it's like a fucking idiot.
But yeah, you know what? You're starting to bring back some
Good movie, a good show.
You were watching Bewitched. He was watching Meatball Surgery in Korea.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which was funny until they got all serious at the end.
yeah.
That's true.
It was a
The
good-
movie's awesome.
That was a good show. I used to watch that.
Did anybody ever watch that movie?
Yeah, of course.
I didn't.
Fuck it. You never seen the
No,
MASH
I
movie?
don't. I've seen the show and I used to watch it.
The movie is so good.
I don't think I watched
it.
it.
It has
No, I
Donald
didn't.
Sutherland plays Hawkeye, and who plays?
It's I want to say Ross and Monica's dad. I can't remember.
I know who you're talking about. Yeah, he plays Chopper.
Yeah, Trapper. Yeah.
Trapper. It's good. It's a fucking good movie.
It is
dude.
a good movie.
Yeah.
BJ Honeycutt.
It's rated R too, man.
We should do.
Yeah, because they show news.
Yeah, they
we should do that.
Hot Lips Houlihan.
Best war movie. We should do that one.
Ooh, it has to be Saving Private Ryan. Maybe.
I mean, that's up there, but like, we can't forget about like Platoon.
I know. I love Platoon.
Shit.
But my heart. You're
with-
right. Platoon
I'm
is probably up there. But
I'm with you.
I've always been a World War II guy, and that has everything for me.
Dude, that opening scene when they're
Oh, yeah,
storming
fuck
the
yeah,
beaches in Saving
crazy.
Private Ryan, and that guy's walking around
Oh,
all
yeah.
shell shocked, holding his arm.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy shit.
Yeah.
No, so funny story. Meet Cindy, give her my number. She's going to call me the next day. I blow her off. I pick up the phone. I'm like, hey, you mind if I call you back? I'm watching Saving Private Ryan. So it was that good that I...
My future wife of my kids.
Yeah,
You know.
or I was that stupid. So,
But we could do war movies. Now, I do want to talk
Yeah,
about that.
go for it.
No, not right now, but maybe one episode.
That's good.
An episode. I think that's a good topic.
Fuck
man.
yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I've seen a
man.
lot. I like the old ones, John Wayne movies.
Yeah,
Fuck,
Full Metal Jacket. Like those are like the obvious ones, and then
Yeah.
you got the like.
Platoon.
I like the Tom.
Apocalypse.
The
Yeah,
Tom
like that.
Berenger
That's
sniper.
a great movie.
I like that Tom Berenger sniper.
That's a
one.
good movie.
That was fucking awesome, and shit like that.
And then obviously you can put Rambo's.
Fuck yeah, Rambo's, dude.
That's
Oh, yeah.
topical,
of
too.
course, dude. Rambo.
let's do it. We'll put it on a slate.
The
We'll
Three
talk about it.
Kings with
Yeah,
That's a fucking good movie, dude.
That
I don't
is a
care what
good
anybody
movie.
say.
That's George Clooney, right?
George Clooney. Ah, man, who's the other two guys? Hello, Cool J, or
Yeah.
is he in it?
I can't remember, but I remember George
I
Clooney.
like it.
Yeah, we should do one. That's a good
consider
call,
it done.
Jamie.
I'll put it right on the agenda. So the other Ryan Reynolds news is he's doing this movie with Taika Waititi. You guys remember Taika Waititi?
Yeah, he's director of Thor.
Ragnarok, right?
Yep.
And
Yeah.
he's also obviously an actor. He's doing a movie called Free Guy. Get the premise. The premise is Free Guy is an action comedy about a bank teller, played by Ryan Reynolds, who discovers he is the background character in an open-world video game called Free City. And the game is about to go offline. So it's kind of like Wreck-It Ralph.
But real?
But real? And he's not even the main character. He's just an ancillary.
It's totally
character.
fucking obscure.
It's ridiculous, right? But it sounds perfect for Taika Waititi, right?
We'll see. Because that's one of those movies where it's going to kill, or it's just going to flop.
Yeah, well,
because it's such an obscure, like you said, obscure idea.
Obscure as fuck. That's awesome,
right? And I know you guys. Well, it reminded me of, and this is my one Kevin Smith mentioned for the show. He had this idea way back. He said,
"You need like a slurping sound bite whenever time you do that." It's like when I do the Howard Stern shit, it's like gargling balls.
Yeah. But well, I'll get the soundboard. We'll get that done. But he talked about this movie of you're just regular guys working on contract, working on the space station.
Yeah, he's the Lego guy.
Exactly.
In the Lego movie, yeah.
The nondescript,
And
person.
they blow up the Death Star.
Nobody
I'm
gives
just a fucking janitor, man.
Yeah, nobody gives a fuck. Yeah,
He's the guy that's working on the Death Star. It's like, wait, they want us to work overtime?
Yeah.
Have you talked to my union rep?
Yeah, his arm was cut off. He got told to get back to fucking work.
Exactly. He's on carbonite right now. All right. So yeah, it looks like a pretty good movie. It's got a handful of people in it. It's actually being directed by one of the directors of Stranger Things, and it's got the one cast member from Stranger Things, the guy that played Steve Harrington, the kid with all the hair.
Oh, really?
Oh, shit.
With no teeth?
No,
no, the boy, the ex-boyfriend.
Just as long as it doesn't have Ryan Johnson, I'm down.
Fuck that guy. Oh. Go ahead.
But real quick, one last thing. They're sitting there being interviewed because I didn't see the trailer. They showed a trailer today at New York Comic Con. But they're getting interviewed. It's a panel interview with Ryan Reynolds, Taika Waititi, this guy Joe Keery, who's the Steve Harrington guy, and I don't know the female lead. But they asked them you could tell it was all set up. But they said, "Weren't you guys in another movie together?" And Ryan Reynolds and Taika Waititi start denying it. They're like disavowing it. So basically, I forgot Taika Waititi was in Green Lantern.
Oh, yeah, shit.
And so they're
That's
both
why they were like, no.
Wasn't us.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly. It's just clever.
Did you guys see the second trailer for The Irishman?
No.
No, I didn't see it. Yeah.
It's getting rave reviews, man.
Really?
Like, it's like ridiculous. Scorsese.
Good old Marty pulling it off.
Dude.
He always
And
pulls
they
it off.
spent $150 million on this movie.
He doesn't make
Jesus.
He doesn't make a
On a
piece of
net-
shit, dude.
That's true.
He doesn't.
Good.
I'm stoked.
Yo,
man.
speaking of Green Lantern, I gotta admit though, like as bad as that movie was, for some reason, I watched the shit out of it. Like I watched it like a bunch of times.
Did you?
Yeah, admittedly so.
You were the one, huh?
Yeah.
I did. I watched it. There wasn't much shit out then. It wasn't like,
Not a lot of superhero movies, no.
Well, you know what was really cool? My favorite part about that movie was Oa when they were at the Green Lantern.
yeah, that was cool as fuck.
That's like a big part of the comic book when they're showing all that and explaining all that for people that are really diehards.
Well, it's the Themyscira of Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
It's the island, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same thing, only with not a great movie that surrounding that part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So moving on to it was Six Underground. That's what that movie was called. Moving on to trailers. There's a ton of trailers that came out especially they're doing last minute push for this fall preview or all the fall stuff that's hitting.
Yeah, Frozen 2 came out, their third trailer.
Oh, did it?
You see it yet, James?
No, I don't give a fuck about
You
that.
singing the songs yet?
I'll
Jamie?
probably go watch it, obviously. But
I'm just kidding. It did come out, though. I know he doesn't really care for it because he used the one Disney movie he hated.
I thought it was terrible. Just saying.
I love that it was mentioned in Deadpool 2.
I actually liked it, so it's fine. But that came out. I didn't see a lot of other trailers, but there was a lot of like weird movie trailers came out. Like I have no idea.
Well, did you see the Birds of Prey trailer?
I did see that. I don't know.
We're going to talk about the Joker. Did you guys already
We are going to talk about the Joker. We're going to talk because
There's
we
actually
could spike the ball at the end.
All right, well,
Because we're going to
something.
see it this. I'm going to see it this weekend.
I can't, but yeah.
That's all right. You guys.
I'd like
vicariously through me.
Yeah, but I'd really like to see the Joker.
Yeah, so would I.
I'll tell you if it's worth seeing.
I heard everything says it is.
I might have to just go see it.
I'm not talking about Rotten Tomatoes. I haven't looked at their score, but I don't look at their score anymore. But everybody else is saying it's really, really done. And like you said, you read a review that he kind of comes close to
Heath Ledger. Yeah,
Heath Ledger's Joker.
Yeah, I mean,
I didn't think that was possible, so I have to see it to believe it.
I love the vibe, man. It looks creepy and dark, and like the
way the Joker's supposed to be.
Like you're crawling around in his head. You know what I mean?
Now, I guess would they hint towards the Batman in this movie?
I don't know.
They might.
I mean, you're not going to have the Batman,
but if they did, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I think that would be cool if they hint towards it. You don't need to have them in it, but obviously it's time.
I don't see why they couldn't.
Yeah, but you know what? It's funny that you say that, man.
Because they could have them in it, but which Batman is it going to be?
The Batman.
No, I mean, which guy?
But I'd be cool with like just showing like a shadow. I'd be cool with showing like the shadow image of him or some shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
dude, if they put this,
or even Birds of Prey, same thing.
Well, that's where I was going with the Birds of Prey trailer. It had a little bit of a Joker vibe, almost like no pun intended. I pray to God that DC, because I'm not a DC hater. I just want them to make good movies.
Yeah,
which they haven't.
Yeah, and
which they do rarely, only with like one product. Really,
very inconsistently.
Yeah, they're not good at making looking at the whole scope of it all. They're good at looking at a narrow view. Like Wonder Woman, fantastic movie, but you thought they would build on it, but they really haven't.
Yeah, I had a DC question for you because I'm not too in tune with Batwoman. Now, my daughter likes Supergirl.
Yeah.
She's watching the shit out of that. And then I was watching it with her, and they had a preview for, I guess they're bringing on Batwoman.
Yeah, that girl, that guy.
So,
Ruby Rose.
Apparently, in this concept, they're doing that, like, Batman disappears.
Yes.
Okay.
And so this is the trailer. Let me go over Birds of Prey real quick. So the Birds of Prey trailer, I thought looked really cool. I thought it had, and to your point, Nick, about tying in Batman, which is like, I thought it had a real Joker aesthetic. Like the way the beats of the trailer and the music they used, it just felt very similar.
When is this due to come out?
Birds of Prey is due to come out. Good question.
Just because you don't want to be too close to the Joker movie now because,
Yeah, it's got to be close because they did 2 trailers already.
What's the concept of Birds of Prey? Because I didn't see it.
It's basically a bunch of heroines, a bunch of
crazy
anti-hero heroines that are taking on, I believe, they're tired of being the sidekick. Like Margot Robbie does a voiceover.
Oh, so it's like Teen Titans. It's like Titans.
Well, I get the movie Titans. I guess it is a little bit like that with Robin.
She does the voiceover where she says, "I'm crazier than the Joker" or something like that.
Yeah, but she talks about Harley Quinn. A Harlequin. What's a Harlequin? And it's basically a supporting cast member, right? And so it's coming out in 2020. I think it's 10/1. I think it's November 1st. It's coming out
next year. You said 2020.
Yeah, but you know what? Let me double check on that. I don't want to slow the show down. But it had a very similar feel and aesthetic. So if these 2 movies, the only thing that turned me off was actually Margot Robbie's performance with the dialect.
Yeah,
I mean, with her not dialect, but her accent, her inflections, and the way that she was like the lines and everything. I was like, eesh.
Yeah.
That makes me not give a shit about her. Like there's no depth. Right. And so, but all that aside, that overall aesthetic and overall feel, if they take that into the Batman with the Robert Pattinson, that would be a sign that they're tying it together.
That's so weird, dude.
Dude, I've seen some fan art with him, man. Like the fan art that I've seen is pretty legit.
Listen, I'm not hating on it. I'm not hating on it. It can't be worse than there's a couple that were pretty bad.
Yeah.
So one being, it might be better than the Ben Affleck one. It's probably not hard to do. So
if they go the same route and make it dark and make it really gritty, like they're doing with this Joker movie, it's definitely going to be better than the Batman, or the Ben Affleck version.
Now, now here's a question: are they tying the Joker movie, Birds of Prey, into the Batman
nobody's led this. Nothing I've read. Matter of fact, I've read a couple of things that were the contrary. They were like, it's not going to have just a tie-in.
Yeah,
That sucks.
They're
just doing it all wrong.
And my problem though,
I mean, I could be wrong.
my one problem though with the Robert Pattinson thing is like, did you ever watch those fucking movies?
Yes. Twilight's?
Yeah,
I had to.
Yeah, exactly. So did I. And the fucking acting was fucking horrendous. Like, and I have to say fucking because it was fucking horrendous. It was so bad. It was just bad. Bad acting.
No, I believe
it looked like they seriously went to an acting school and was like, "We'll take your B team, please.
Yeah.
Come on the bus."
Yeah,
a bunch of women, I should say, read the books, loved the books, and those things started coming out, and it was like,
we'll do
as
whatever.
long as it was halfway done.
Yeah, that's exactly, dude.
It was going to make
Nick,
money. It's kind of like the 50 Shades.
Exactly. You beat me to it, right?
Nick hit the nail on the head. And
100%.
yes, you're right. 50 Shades. They got it while the getting was hot.
It's a Harlequin romance is what it is.
Yeah.
It's those trash for cashes that you see at the drugstore that people pick up. It's those guilty little,
absolutely.
beach books.
Danielle Steele
Yes.
type thing.
Only with vampires.
But like they were written obviously better. But
Yeah,
then when they went to the movie scene, like Nick was just saying, like they just whatever. Like let's throw money into it. Let's get it going.
Yeah. Well, yeah, my wife read them all, and she said the books are so much
Even
better.
though 50 Shades of Grey, they should have had better looking people, in my fucking opinion, dude.
I thought
totally watch that if they had better looking people.
How dare you? Don Johnson's going to come over and kick your ass.
Whatever, dude. They should have.
I think she's hot.
I think she is too.
I'd do her.
Yeah.
Would you rather watch her or would you rather watch like a Margot Robbie?
Come on. No comment.
Okay, well, if you're gonna
She's supposed to play a role.
if you're gonna break the dick out.
But she's not supposed to be fucking hot. She's supposed to be like attractive, not hot.
And
that was the
innocent.
role. And
Dude,
innocent.
Margot Robbie with her like remember
She's hot.
when
You cannot make her
Dude,
innocent.
You can. You can make her a little bit innocent, like Harley Quinn.
Not in my mind.
No.
Remember in what was that movie with her when she was
Wall Street.
No, she was just ridiculous.
Margot Robbie?
It went when she was like Harley Quinn. Remember they made her into
Suicide
that
Squad.
like they made her into like that fucking
They tarted her up.
yeah, and she was like a little nerdy. They could have done that, dude.
Oh, when
Could've
she
done
was
that.
the doctor before she got
I'm not
converted.
saying Margot Robbie. I just would have picked anybody else. Just my opinion.
I hear you.
And I'm not even talking about. I don't want to even just bash her. The dude, like he wasn't that fucking great looking either. You know what I mean? Like he. Dude,
February 7th, 2020.
You ask a chick, Charlie Hunnam, or that dude, they'll tell you hands
Well,
down.
that was his fault. He turned the role down.
No, it's not his fault. He's a smart guy for saying, fuck you. This movie's
What is he a
movie's
smart guy
trash.
for? Because let's see the last couple fucking movies Charlie Hunnam's dropped out there.
Yeah, that movie sucked.
He did that.
Did an Arthur
Sons of
thing
Anarchy.
that sucked.
Yeah, Sons of Anarchy was awesome.
That show was awesome, and that's where you got. But you got to build on that. And he just ever since he's gone into. I watched that fucking movie where he went into the fucking jungle to find something.
What was that? Oh yeah, that was all right.
No, it wasn't. It sucked.
Was it
I
good?
thought it was all right. The Netflix one.
I haven't seen it.
The Netflix one was
Was it
all right.
Netflix?
Where they got the cocaine? Or they
No,
got-
not
they got
that
the
one. No, this was actually in the movies. He
I
played
thought-
some explorer in the 1800s to go
I
in
don't
the
even-
Amazon
Well,
to
that's
find
I
something.
don't even know what the fuck you're talking
Yeah,
about.
it didn't even.
Me and
remember
Shannon
that.
watched it. It sucked. It was like,
Yeah, but why did you watch it? Because he's got the it
no,
factor.
Exactly.
I didn't care to watch it.
Not
I-
you.
I wanted to watch a movie, and I knew she'd fucking watch it if he was
Yeah.
in it. So we were watching a movie together.
You just pointed out my whole point. I would have watched
That's
50
what I
Shades.
did.
I would have watched 50 Shades of Grey if you had better looking people. I would have been like, let's watch it. Let's watch people having sex that are good looking.
With beads and bim.
They're called pornos, dude.
Yeah, well, just saying.
All right, so Batwoman. You mentioned Batwoman, Jamie, which is
CW.
CW. I saw the trailer. It seems like the premise is that it is. First of all, it is very CW. Why would they break with the formula? They're on a
Yeah,
roll.
they do.
They're also doing a Superman Infinity or
Infinite Earth, a crisis, Infinite
Yeah,
Crisis.
fuck is that?
Listen, I had a question.
No, go
And
ahead.
I have a question about that as well. So, my question with the Batwoman thing, first off, is that accurate? Is that like an accurate thing with the Batwoman
Yeah,
thing? Like
yeah,
he
yeah.
disappears. And then my second thing was, is there supposedly bringing the Superman from Smallville, which would have been cool,
He's coming into it.
Brandon Roth
But
from the first.
but
No,
then they,
Smallville's one.
but then they changed it to somebody else. I thought they changed the Superman. Now it's going to be somebody else.
So I
True.
know.
There's a bunch of Supermans.
Yes.
Okay, but I thought they were just doing the one.
No, because they're bringing in Brandon Ralph. I think. He
Okay,
was the
so
one
that's
from the-
true. Then.
Yeah, he's
So
been
this is
online.
like different kind of
Yeah,
realities,
dimensions.
different realities.
Yes, exactly. So that's why it's like Crisis on Infinite Earths, right? So there's like
It's a show, or
it was based on the comic book.
but it's going to be a show.
Yeah. They're already in Crisis right now. They're already like Arrow's got its last season this year, and they're doing. It's all that intertwining of
That show's
Supergirl
a
and
fucking
Arrow
Crisis.
and all that stuff.
I don't watch any of this shit.
Well,
Yeah.
Arrow was actually like semi decent. Like it is what it's like a popcorn movie. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Take it for what it's worth. But like when people
that started-
see who you are and then forget when you're mayor makes no
Yes,
fucking sense
Jamie,
to me.
we know.
That's fucking stupid.
I think he's went over this like 10
Why don't we
times.
talk about how shitty The Last Jedi is?
Oh, there we go. You touched on it.
Now we already know that.
So
The whole world knows that.
But I saw the trailer for Batman or Batwoman, excuse me, and it looks like it looks like they spent a little bit of money.
Yeah.
And it looks like a good CW
I
show.
That's what I
don't
said.
like her though. As
the
an
Ruby
actress,
Rose?
she's pretty, but I don't like her as an actress.
She was in the Meg, right? I think she was in
the Meg.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
she was. She's not a good actress.
I don't know her from anything else though.
She's pretty. She was a model.
Yeah.
And she's a lesbian now, so people like her.
Yeah, well, the character Batwoman's gay
Oh, well, it suits her perfectly.
for sure, and they don't shy away from it in the trailer.
They
No,
should.
because
They
it was
should. They
fine.
should own it.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
and Supergirl, there's like a lesbian couple in there.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna have romantic interest
Yeah, that-
and you're gay, then do it like anything
Yeah, who
else
gives a
and just
fuck?
have a blast. But you're right. Batman has gone away,
Disappeared.
abandoned, whatever, disappeared. She goes in the trailer. She goes into Wayne Manor, and Lucius Fox's son, Lucas, I think, or Luke Fox, who plays Batwing, who was a character in the DC universe, he stumbles on it, and it looks like they're going to be like
Like a Batman and Robin type deal.
well, he's going to be the brains behind her science.
You know what they should? You said Batgirl is going to be
Batwoman.
Batwoman. She's going to be like,
She's going to be like the new Batman.
Well, wasn't
But she-
was that
but-
Gordon's daughter?
but
No, that's Batgirl. That's Barbara
but
Gordon.
she's going to be in the Chicks,
So
right?
that's Batgirl, not Batwoman.
not Batwoman.
But she's going to be in the Chicks.
What?
Yeah, totally.
Now, here's my thing with that. Like, that's like I'm glad they're doing that.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it would serve a better purpose if she got with a dude, only for the fact that, like, if she got with a dude and he'd be okay with her being like the alpha, that would serve a better. You know what I'm saying? That would
What,
serve.
she pegs him?
No, not
She
not
pegs
in that
him?
regard.
Just explain my relationship.
But exactly. But I'm saying, like, you know, like how like the Me Too movement and all that stuff. It's like, you know, it would serve a better point.
You're talking about just an empowered woman.
Yes, it would be like, hey, man, like, yeah, she's Batwoman, and I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you know what
Not like I feel like I have to compete with her.
You know
and
what
I
they're
gotta
going to
be
do?
like,
You know what they're going to do? They're going to line all these women up in front of a battle scene and take on the big villain.
now, granted, I'm getting a little ahead of myself. We are talking about the CW channel here. We're going a little crazy. This is the CW, by the way.
Yeah, but I mean, to be fair,
Do you see my point, though? on that?
No, I see, but I don't think they're doing it because of that. I think
No,
they're
I
doing
don't
it-
think they are either. I'm
Yeah.
just saying I think it would serve a better purpose. If that was laid out on the table, it would serve a better purpose to have a dude like be like, I'm cool with this, like as like a submissive kind of, you know what I mean?
Well, not a submissive,
but-
just to have the dude be the sporting character.
and he'd be like cool. He'd be like, instead of being like,
Yeah.
oh, I got to compete with her. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
yeah.
I got to be Batman then. Fuck this. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's okay to be the
Yeah, it's okay that she's Batwoman, dude.
that she's
You know
the
what I mean?
badass
Yeah.
and you're the supporting character.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I hear
Exactly.
you. Man. Last but not least, the trailer that I saw. This will be the end of the trailer part on TV. Is Watchmen had another trailer?
Fuck yeah, dude.
A little while ago. It was going back a little bit.
I'm still trying to understand how they're going to pull it all together.
Me too.
You know?
I mean, it all looks like big budget, awesome acting.
Because they're all doing-
I can't follow the storyline quite.
Right, that's what I mean. It's all like they're all going with the Not the Joker. What the fuck is his name? Comedian.
Yes.
They're doing the comedian and the other guy, Rorschach.
Yeah.
It seems like there's a lot of those guys. Do you have a sighting of Manhattan in one of the trailers?
Yes.
At the end of it.
And Ozymandias is who was the villain in the movie, is Jeremy Irons.
Okay, really?
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. He's awesome, man.
He's a good actor.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, we got one more thing on the news, man.
What did I miss on the news?
The Star Wars thing.
Shit, I went right over that. Thank you, Nicholas.
Motherfucker.
Well, that's what
I only thought of it because you brought up The Last Jedi, and I was like, what the fuck? We didn't talk about it.
So, news out that Kevin Feige will be getting into the Star Wars game. Now, I want to wait before I go to you, Nicholas. I want to go to our resident Star Wars guru. How do you feel about it, Nick?
I love it. Obviously, we talked about this forever.
Yeah, and
he should be getting involved.
Yeah, and like, I just want to, like, let's talk about the behind the scenes of what happened there. Like, whether they admit it or not, they're like, dude,
we should do like a roll.
We got a steaming pile of fucking shit on our hands. Like we said before, what are we going to do? We're going to get the guy that's the best in the biz right now.
That's which in the same company.
Which we already have on staff. So we might as well
He's on payroll.
We might as well just sweep him over. Hey, Catherine, whatever the fuck your name is, like, we're going to keep you here so it doesn't look like we totally fucking shit the bed here. And, like, you're going to be the manager, I guess, so to speak.
No, they're saying that that might be the succession plan.
Oh, well.
I think it is.
Rightfully
I think they're trying to do what Jamie's saying and make it. Because if they kick her out and they kick Johnson out.
They're going to PC the fuck out of it, dude.
Yeah, they're going to get all
and that's fine.
Yeah.
Just make it right.
Yeah.
Just make the movie right, dude. I don't give a fuck if you keep her around. PC the fuck out of it.
And supposedly... which should
do
be no
the
surprise
movie justice.
So it should be no surprise to anybody. He's a huge Star Wars fan.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I mean, and he was a huge comic book fan.
He's not a huge fan that wants to destroy the franchise.
Well,
which is fuck you, Ryan Johnson.
Well, that's the thing. That's the thing.
I knew we'd get there.
Yeah, I know. That's where I want to go. I want to go there with this
that guy. Dude.
I guess I want to go with
He's
this.
a fucking cum rag, dude.
Stop! I want to say something. No, he once made a comment about when he switched from making movies to what he thought people would like or what he would like.
Yes.
So I think that's what they're doing here. It's like you're bringing in him. Ryan Johnson fucking made a movie
to piss people off.
Right, because he thought that's what everybody wants. He
thought he just wanted to be a dick.
He didn't want to be a dick. But, she wanted to make movies what everybody wanted to like. She did polls and said people want to branch out. Well, they're fucking morons. Nobody wanted to branch out. You were asking people who don't like Star Wars why they don't like Star Wars. They don't like Star Wars because they just don't like it.
Yeah.
Cater to the people that do.
Yeah, well, there's no longevity with those movies, the new movies that came out.
No, there's not. You don't have anything with the characters. There's no like.
It's like a porn.
Han, Luke, and Leia.
You fucking watch it and you get over it and you fucking move on.
As soon as you come, you're done. Yes, I don't even want to finish the fucking thing.
You're not even getting there. That's the problem.
Right.
I won't even watch it.
You're leaving frustrated.
I'm frustrated right now. We're fucking talking about. But back to the point, I didn't hear that he was going to be taken over, but it makes sense, an easy transition where
and that's not official.
Well, it makes sense though.
Yeah.
They had a big meeting. Remember they had that big closed door meeting after Han and he was there and all that.
Which Han was good, by the way. That shouldn't have suffered. Mm-hmm. I'm going to put that out there.
I agree.
No, I agree too. And I think it was probably a transition saying, hey, we're going to do it this way, but we're not going to make a full announcement because we don't want to lose face in all this. We don't want to think we're backing away from our plan. So we're just going to have an easy transition, say he's going to come in and help out with a couple movies here and there. And then in a year, she'll probably fade away. Ryan Johnson, who they never have, after they greenlit it, they still have not talked about. He's the only one talking about fucking doing movies.
He's fucking serving fries at McDonald's.
Yeah,
he's
making movies. He's got the Knives Out movie in November.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
End of November.
Who's going to watch that?
I mean, it's that movie's going to suffer because of Star Wars.
Yeah,
it's going to suffer because he made it.
Yeah, exactly.
He's going to be linked to The Last Jedi the rest of his life, and they're all going to say, well, that movie made over $1 billion, and we've talked about this before. It made $1 billion because you reintroduced Luke Skywalker to the fold.
Yeah.
I was going to fucking see it.
Yeah. You know who's happy about Ryan Johnson? George Lucas.
Yeah.
He's like, God damn, finally they can
Supposedly
take the heat off of me for that fucking
supposedly
episode
he didn't
1.
like for the seventh movie. He didn't like it, George.
No?
George didn't like where they went with it.
Interesting.
Because Bob Iger, whatever the fuck his name is.
Big Bob, dude.
Big Bob, we'll say Big Bob. He did an interview and talking about how George Lucas had his
Had some opinions?
yes.
Yeah.
To say it nicely.
Yeah, but he's royalty, man. He walks on a set and some director's doing something. I mean, Ron Howard paid him so much
Fuck
respect.
yeah, dude. Ron Howard's a fucking
Solo.
He's legit.
Yeah,
Ron Howard's
he's not
a legit
small fry for sure.
Yeah, he did what he could. And I know we talked about Solo before, but he did what he could to correct the mistakes of those two fucking. And I know they made the
Solo was. I think Solo.
but they weren't.
Yeah,
they weren't. I know they made the Spider-Man movie, but they weren't qualified to really do a Star Wars if they were trying to make a comedy out of fucking Han Solo. That was just a wrong way to go.
Yeah, it was a misstep in a big way, and they tried to. I think they kept trying to put expensive Band-Aids on it along the way and tried to wrangle these guys in, and then it was just like, yo, you should have put a bullet in this thing a while ago.
Good example would be you have your Rogue One, and then you have whatever the fuck that I don't even know what it is, Jedi something.
Dude, I've been
bullshit.
playing Vader Immortal. Oh man,
Is it cool? Do you finally got the
got it working.
bigger? I played a little bit of it. It was cool.
Dude, you get a lightsaber
No.
and you fight a four-armed Ragnar.
What's that on?
What's the creature in the
virtual
pit?
reality
Jedi.
thing. It is, dude.
What's the creature in the pit in Jedi? Not the Sarlacc.
The one where Luke
Luke fights him.
Luke fights him.
Kills him with the door.
Fuck.
Anyway, so that's great news.
I gotta after this. I gotta show you.
I keep wanting to say a Ragnarok.
I love the post of Mark Hamill. I sent you. I didn't send it to you. I'm sorry. With the Trumps. That's fuck. I'll show you afterwards. It's fucking hilarious. Actually, I'll show you now because you'll get a kick out of this.
With you.
I meant to post it on ours, and I realized I just posted it on John's. And
so, speaking of which, now that we're talking about Star Wars, there's a lot of stuff coming. We talked about a couple of things that are coming for fall, basically fall shows, fall movies. One of the things I'm really looking forward to, and I think you guys are looking forward to, and I don't think you guys are remembering when this is going to be released. But The Mandalorian's coming out in November.
I know.
Okay, good.
It's funny, isn't it?
How cool would it be? You got Kevin Feige, who started this franchise with Iron Man,
Jon Favreau.
Yep. He steps into Star Wars. Jon Favreau's maybe now he's on the inside of the Star Wars side. Now Mandalorian just goes off like a rocket. And then Kevin Feige's like, hey, John, this is all in my imagination, right? I think we can make some beautiful music together here. Since you've sort of paved the way now let's go. And it's almost like a repeat, only it's Star Wars now taking off instead of Marvel.
Fuck, why would you go Jon Favreau? Go fucking the Russo brothers, man.
Well,
bring them in, dude.
Yeah, whoever. Right?
They have to be Star Wars fans. Come on. Yeah. Everybody's a Star Wars fan that's making these fucking movies.
Well, they're all at that age.
He's setting the pace. 46. I see what he's doing because Favreau is the first on the. I see.
There's a lot of similarities.
Yeah. You know what? We all could be wrong about this. He could probably be already taking over it behind the scenes.
Yeah. Dude,
and this is how it starts.
I'm telling you right now, dude, they realized that they made a steaming pile of shit. And they
will never admit it, though.
They won't admit it.
Because they can't.
There's too much.
Their stock will fucking tank.
Yeah.
Not tank, but it'll take a hit.
Why do you think they brought JJ back? To try to salvage something.
Why do you think they're doing what they're doing? It's a lot of scrambling for such a good movie.
Yeah, right.
Why do you think the Emperor's back? JJ came back. I mean, they made a comment saying there was always...
There's a lot of proverbial Peter kissing going on here, man.
Yep.
It's
going to be good, man. I hope like hell. Oh, one last thing. There's a couple of things, but I think we're running a little long, so I'll just end it with this. In video game news, we just had a video game podcast last week, so I was in that headspace. And of course, all my search criteria is now popping up video game stuff. Avengers Damage Control.
I saw that. I didn't click on it, but it was it's going to be a virtual reality game.
Yeah,
kind of like I guess the Vader thing.
kind of like the Vader thing, but they started out, they just had the tiniest teaser. And this is the part that I think is cool, but also sucks, is that it's by ILMX, and I'm thinking that's a division of ILM, in Industrial Light and Magic, George Lucas's special effects company. You see this voiceover in the we'll call it a trailer of Shuri from Black Panther, talking about this new tech suit, and the tech suit is basically a combination of Wakanda tech and Tony Stark tech.
We talked about that before,
right?
How bad would that?
It's exactly that. Now, I would love it if you put on these goggles or these headsets, and it's the heads-up display that Tony has, you know, where it does the thing, and then maybe you have a Friday or you have a Jarvis talking to you,
or a Thursday.
Well, the thing is though, they're actually taking it to kind of a next level. There's this company called The Void, and they're places that are it's a franchise throughout the country to where you go to a place and you interact with actual virtual environments. So instead of just being in your room, and this is where it's cool, but it's not so cool, but you go to a place and where you might just see boxes and flat surfaces and stuff like that, and like a maze and stuff and different things. When you put the headset on, it's all interactive.
Oh shit!
And you'll be able to use the the repulsors and all that stuff. And we're on this tipping point right now to where I think in the next 3 or 4, maybe 5 years, it's going to be next level shit when it comes to VR.
No shit.
Well, you're talking about like the Steven Spielberg movie, Ready Player One.
Yes,
deal?
dude. Haptic suit, man.
No shit.
That clunky thing I have in the corner just isn't working for me anymore.
Yo, that for the Switch, that Link's Awakening.
Yeah. Yes.
Dude, it's cool because it's like Zelda, the first Zelda.
Oh,
but like
really?
newer style.
That's awesome. Have you been playing?
No, I saw the trailer because we're going to give it Max's birthday soon. The dude's a fucking gamer.
I love that kid.
He's a gamer like a motherfucker.
I love all your kids, but that one's
He's a
special.
Specialty part.
Yeah.
He's gamer. But we got to wait to give it to him but I've been watching the trailers for it. And I've been like,
Jamie's like, I want to fucking play it. That's why I'm buying it.
It's fucking, dude, it's legit. I'm like, dude, I want to play it so fucking bad.
Right?
It's like when you take your kids to the movies. It's like, I don't know if they want to watch this, but I do. So it's a kid's movie. We're going to go.
I was actually thinking about like sneaking like a Switch Lite and getting that fucking game.
Hell yeah, man.
Dude, the game's awesome.
Come on, man. You work your ass off. You're not into expensive convertibles. You're not having a midlife crisis and everything like that. Treat yourself to a little something.
Dude,
he is into convertibles. You just can't afford them.
That game looks sick.
Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, I played Vader Immortal, and it's
you got to check out that dude. By the way,
we will. Well, when we have some time, we'll check it out.
He took me upstairs the one day. I mean, it wasn't working completely, but
did you play with his lightsaber?
I didn't get. He didn't have it that. I wish I could have.
His flesh saber.
I would.
Yeah, just hold the joystick. Keep the headset on. Whatever you do, keep the headset on.
Just don't touch the two knobs at the bottom.
It's not going to get
I'm sure
better.
Cindy was like real like, what's going on there?
Yeah, she tried it. She tried the Spider-Man shit. She couldn't see, you know?
I was like, listen, you have to get in the Leia suit in order for this to work.
I just watched the Friends episode with that.
Oof. Hey, it's just the way it is. It's like the grass is green, the sky is blue. The Princess Leia slave suit is the hottest.
Yeah,
it's pretty
and
awesome.
then you have Jennifer Aniston in it when she was in her prime. She still looks good now, but
dude,
man,
Jennifer Aniston's still fucking good.
She can pull
she could have
that
been
off.
50 Shades, right?
Oh, yeah.
I still like her in Office.
Wait, which one was
Office
that?
Space.
Office Space. Yeah.
Dude.
How many pieces
The
of flair?
waitress.
Dude, yeah, the Nazis had flair. They made the Jews wear it. Dude, that movie is fucking awesome.
Planning to plan. That's all I got to say.
Oh, it's the story of my life. All right. Well, that's it for me, gentlemen. Anything else from you?
Nah, I'm good.
All right. Well, thank you, everybody, for joining us for this week's episode of the Nick, John, and Jamie Show. We are on all the popular social medias. We're on Instagram at NJJ Show. We're on Facebook at NJJ Show. And we're also on Twitter at NJJ Show. And we're on all the popular platforms. If you're stumbling across our show and you're on YouTube, or you're on iTunes, or you're on Google Play, we're even on Stitcher and Spotify, give us a like, give us a follow, give us a subscribe. And last but not least, have an absolutely marvelous week.